it's a capitalist organization to which I belong. But of course, there's structures within that capitalist organization. There is a top of the top, and I'm very much not at the top of the top. I am paid hourly. They're paying me, but that's like the capitalist organization to which some of us.
Dumb it down for everyone.
I'm not.
Dumb it down for everyone.
Dumb it down. I thought it was, man. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I gotta present
listeners out there.
I track a lot of MAGA people too.
Oh, hi, friends. Maybe my bros watching.
They support me. A lot of trans people support me too, and I'm hoping that.
You can be trans and MAGA.
Hey man, humanity is not a monolith, right?
There's no racist borders and all that shit. It's just bullshit. And at the end of the day, we're all people. We all have moral obligations, and we all choose what we believe in and what we think is right. We all choose to believe that we're better than other people and then execute that.
Do you believe in like superior cultures?
No. Okay. I think all that culture should die. You know what?
Really?
Yeah.
So you're saying like destroy it and start all over again?
Yep.
No.
Fuck the KKK. Fuck the Proud Boys. Fuck Israel. Fuck IDF. Fuck America. Fuck Trump. Fuck Benjamin.
You know I met the Proud Boys. Like I met.
We met them too. They come down here almost every week.
I haven't met any Proud guys. But I still didn't get to talking about socialism.
I'm just gonna tell you guys something real quick, right? So I used to work for Compound Media with Gavin and fucking Anthony Cumia, right? Dude, all that shit's a joke. That's what I was trying to tell you about with fucking James O'Keefe and Mark Bray. Just so you guys know. I know.
Okay, all right.
I think all this shit is stupid. I think people with this superior complex is ridiculous. Everybody should know that unless you're part of the 13 families.
What are the 13 families?
Search it up.
Well, we don't even know. It's alleged that there's 13 of them.
What do you mean, like Blue Buds or something like that?
No.
I mean,
you're kind of getting into like Alex Jones territory.
No, man, we're just going back to the really old book.
Me personally, unless you're the 1%ers, you're not anything but cattle.
Do you believe in elitists? Do you believe elitists exist?
I believe that elitists have a mental disorder.
Do I believe in the elites? Yeah.
I believe that elites have a mental disorder.
I don't need to. It's like
there's no belief.
It's like it's evident. Look. Look here.
They're better than everyone else.
I noticed that you're wearing a marijuana hat. Pretty nice, right? So where do you draw the line at legalizing drugs? For all the libertarians watching.
Legalizing drugs. Do what you do, just don't tweak out our humanity.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of like libertarian vibes going on.
Once again, I'm
so again, libertarianism is
an
ideology that started in the late 1800s as a left-wing ideology, and really, there's also multiple definitions of it. Like libertarianism, like
you don't agree?
No, I said no. I was just adding all the good ones too.
Like if you look at like they have that political grid, right?
Yeah.
There's economic left and right, and then there's societal left and right. The libertarian portion of that is societal left, and then the economic portion goes, I guess from communism, and then to like what would be extreme capitalism, right? And that societal definition is different than like the overall ideology of libertarianism, especially what the United States Libertarian Party has become. Because essentially the United States Libertarian Party I would describe as like anarcho-capitalist in a way, except not even really, because a lot of libertarians in this country, they essentially want socialism for the rich and rugged individualism for the poor. They want to be able to get bailed out when they make bad decisions.
Do you mean, right, if you were poor in this country, that the idea of people like putting on their boots...
I have boots and they have straps. Yeah. And it's I've tried to lift myself up.
Is that where that comes from, that saying?
No, what, the phrase, like here, let me show you. Would you mind holding my sign?
Yes.
This is where the phrase comes from. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to pull myself up by my bootstraps. So I have my right bootstrap, my left one ready. Okay.
I keep trying, it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
All right. But the rugged individualism for the poor, socialism...
That was pretty rugged.
We're getting all that
it's more just evident in the way our society functions. Like, think about it this way. So I'm not poor, but I'm also not rich. If I make a bad financial decision, If I put all my money into, let's say, SpaceX like a fucking idiot, and it tanks on its second day like it did, and I lose all my money, no one's gonna come and like bail me the fuck out of it.
Right.
If a big ass bank
They're gonna bail out Ford. They're gonna bail.
starts writing fucking shitty mortgages to people that can't afford it, and then they don't get their money, they get fucking bailed out.
What do you think about the federal government bailing out the banks instead of the people?
No, not.
The government has never been for the people. The banks have never been for the people, and that's always been the case. But people are too stupid to realize that, and that's how we had class division and racism.
So do you believe because of money there's racism?
No, that's not.
I don't know. Don't laugh at me. Come on, I'm asking a question.
So
I mean, I would say in a sense.
In a sense,
yeah.
yes. The entire idea of race
personally
started in this country specifically, actually just in general, started because the people who had a lot saw the slaves and the indentured servants getting together and talking to each other and realized, oh shit, if we don't do something to divide these people, they're going to come for our shit.
Right.
So they started calling light-colored skinned people white.
I'll be right back.
And they started calling the African people black, and we created this thing of race.
Let me ask you a question. In the United States, or at least in the world, 2026, who do you consider white? Because I'm Italian, right? I'm Italian, right? And like I get comments all the time. You're not even white. You're not even white. According to the Census Bureau, right?
Oh, according to the Census Bureau. Who's that? Yeah, who's the Census Bureau?
North Africans.
I don't like to.
Is that a mosquito on your head?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, got it.
I don't like to even really engage.
Light a cigarette if you don't mind.
No, go for it.
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
like to
stop you.
really engage in that conversation of who is white, who is not, because there's no such fucking thing as a white race. It was created as a societal marker, and it's changed over the years depending on who is most convenient to get on your side.
Wait, say that again.
Shit.
Say that again. Say it again.
Who has white has changed over the years in order for the rich people to go, we want these people on our side now so that we can keep more of our shit. That's all it ever created.
So
the entire idea of race at all.
I did a whole stream on this, right? And I actually looked into all this crap. It started with the Greeks, right?
What, slavery?
No, the whiteness thing, right? So they used to refer to Africans as burnt faces. They used to refer to.
But the Greeks were all skin themselves. So
well, this is what I'm trying to get at. So the Northern Europeans, they referred to them as blondes. They were never whites. The whites were people that were educated. The whites were the people that were in control of trade, etc.
Interesting.
And it went to Rome, and then it finally went to.
So you're saying the educated people that were in control of trade, they referred to themselves as whites?
From what I've read, yes.
So that's
wow, white supremacy is really old, isn't it?
Sort of true.
Look it up, dude. I swear to God.
They
Greeks referred to women first as whites.
Yes. So what the Greeks did, it's not so much that they referred to them as whites, and they didn't necessarily split them up by race. What they did do, though, is they would call the rich elites, the noble in society, they would say that they were light-skinned or pale-skinned, and that's because they didn't have to work outside.
Okay. So you guys don't believe in race? You don't believe in...
I believe that race exists now because as a society we've created it. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm colorblind.
As like a social
Everyone's
construct.
experience is the same as me.
So so here's the thing.
no, I'm colorblind.
I get in the conversation about the social construct thing. I think everyone's a social construct, right?
Well, of course.
But when you talk to certain people, they tell you if you believe that race is a social construct, you're racist. Do you agree with that?
That's insane. I don't understand how that's
Well, obviously I wouldn't, because I just said that it's a social construct. No, I would not agree with that, but I mean, I'm a none but the one kind of guy.
Do you believe that you're looked at different than him? I don't know if you have a beard or not.
I do.
Okay. Because you have red hair, right?
Yes.
I don't want to.
Do I think that I'm looked at different?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on who's looking at me.
Okay. But do you think that happens?
What, that I'm looked at differently?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's looked at differently.
You're looked at differently just because you're shorty with a beard.
Yeah.
And I could be like the same reason. I get looked at differently than he does. And we're about the same height.
Man,
Right.
He
But
gets looked at differently than she does, and they're about the same
Do you
height.
think it's features, or do you think it's like race? That people are seeing
It's
race?
whatever's in the mind of whoever's looking at me.
Whether you was taught as a kid.
Okay. What were you taught as a kid?
That racism is everywhere.
But what is that? Okay, so then you do believe in race.
Also, the racism was everywhere.
Okay. All right, do you believe in race?
I believe that race is a social construct that has been created, and that I believe that our government and our society does segregate people based on race, but I don't believe that it is a real thing. I believe that it exists, and I'm not going to pretend that it doesn't, because racism exists, so therefore race exists, but it is not a biological thing. There's no such thing as a biological race. There are ethnicities and genetics, but there's no such thing as biological race.
Okay.
There are people in Africa who share more biology with people in Spain than other parts of Africa.
Portugal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were Portuguese farmers. A lot of North Africans, they're descendants of Portuguese farmers, which is really bizarre.
Because we know rape.
What's that?
Because rape culture.
Well, it's because of agriculture.
Rape culture.
Okay, right. So, do you believe in rape in nature?
What the hell does that mean?
This was another topic that I brought up.
What do you mean by that question?
So, do you believe rape is a moral or social construct, or do you believe that rape is a natural thing? What do you mean?
I'm not understanding your question.
Wait a minute. Are you asking if
is rape
is
a
this
mental
like-
thing, or rape is like what?
Yeah, you guys believe that rape is natural, or do you believe that it's a social construct?
I don't understand what that
I don't understand how to answer that question. I just know rape is wrong.
is
doesn't really make any sense.
Like when a dog or like when
what
a
about
dog
like
does it,
oh, you're talking
yeah,
about
in
like
nature.
you're talking about like does rape exist outside of the human
Yeah.
species?
Yeah, it exists and it's wrong. It doesn't matter what it is. Rape is
Okay,
wrong.
do you believe that racism or like exists something like that in nature?
Have you watched nature documentaries?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so that should answer your question.
Okay, so you believe that racism is just a natural thing?
Wait a minute. How would how would you get racism existing from watching nature documentaries?
No,
Like-
he was asking me that.
No, it doesn't, by the way. Racism is
That's not a gotcha thing. I'm just asking. What you guys...
racism specifically what racism is based on race is a very specific human construct. Now, that doesn't mean that segregation, bigotry, and prejudice don't exist in the animal kingdom, but they're not necessarily the same thing. Racism based on race is a human construct because race in and of itself is a social human construct. There are like chimpanzees that will attack other chimpanzees based on certain features, but it's not racism because race does not exist in that world.
They don't know what race
It has
is.
not existed.
Okay.
Yeah. You'd have to ask them about it.
There's something there that maybe might be like primal. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Well, prejudice. First of all,
Oh, I don't know about
the
that.
idea.
That's a very
The
common-
idea.
Do you think it's a taught thing, or do you think that it's you think it's like an observed behavior in human beings?
Well, everything is learned from one source or another.
Are you laughing at me because I'm trans?
Oh,
Whoa,
my
whoa,
God.
whoa,
Nobody's
whoa,
laughing at
whoa.
anybody because they're
See?
trans.
They didn't even know you were trans. And first of all, he's trans too.
There's a photo that I took.
He's trans too. So what does that mean?
No, I don't know.
Why they didn't even know you were trans?
So-
They just came into the conversation.
All right, so let me ask you guys something about Palestine, right? If you were to free Palestine, who do you think would be free?
Is that me?
You were laughing.
Yeah, that's a good picture.
Can I show
Why
you?
is that a
Can I
picture?
show you?
Let me see that picture. Why is that funny?
That was when he mentioned the whole race thing, and you made that face.
Oh yeah. Candid.
I
I've
noticed
been
the
caught.
Palestine flag up there,
I
that's why I'm
gotta
asking.
work
So
on my
my
my poker face,
with
I guess.
Palestine-
No, that's good.
Genocide is wrong.
Genocide is wrong, and it
Yeah.
doesn't go much further than that. I don't have any other solutions, but I'm also not
With
I'm not
genocide.
I'm not in a position to create solutions for that.
Okay, so
That's way above my pay grade.
when people hear and see, all right, talking about what
People hear.
people hear and see.
Yeah.
They
About
hear
what? About Palestine?
They
Okay.
always hear free Palestine.
Okay.
So what do you think that means?
Stop the genocide.
Well, I
why
mean,
wouldn't they just say like
What,
stop
I think it-
killing Palestinians?
too many words.
Yeah.
Really?
It's not as pithy of a slogan as
Yeah.
Palestine.
Alright.
Yeah, free
So it has
Palestine. It
nothing to do
really.
with freedom though.
It has everything.
It
to do
doesn't?
with
Yeah, freedom. I mean, freedom, I think, automatically kind of includes freedom from like a genocidal, oppressive force that's coming in and like taking your houses and the lives of your family members away.
I'm sorry. Once somebody starts shooting kids just because they can, it's kind of wrong. Kind of fucked up.
So if Palestine is freed from this genocide, right? and then they start oppressing women, homosexuals, Christians, blacks. What will you say after that?
Oppression is wrong regardless.
Yeah,
Like,
oppression is wrong.
What would you say, like free transgender
you have
people,
you have
free black people?
What does it matter?
I'd say that
you have the
anyway.
clairvoyance to see that far into the
Okay,
future
wait,
with
wait,
100%
what
certainty.
what does trans people have to do?
Oh, he's trans, man.
He's trans, by the way.
Oh, well,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you. Oh, okay.
David.
Hi. Anywho, what are we talking about?
So, I saw the Free Palestine flag. I don't know if that's what it says, but there's a slogan that said all the time, Free Palestine, right? And we're supposed to stop the genocide in Palestine.
Well, what happens when
Once
they
we do
start
that,
oppressing? He's already said it.
And
Well, what
then
happens? Well, how do you
what
know?
happens to the trans
How do you know
people,
that?
the homosexuals,
But what does that have to do with
I don't
anything?
think anything went
the
on.
women?
But why those specific people? Like other
Well,
people
because it
don't
never
exist.
ends, right? I mean, like.
But why those specific people?
Maybe, maybe not.
Because they would be targeted.
But everybody
Would
be
they?
targeted.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah, I have a gay Palestinian friend who left Palestine because he was being targeted.
Or was it because
Yeah.
he's gay, or was it because he was doing some bad shit? You always gotta look at that.
He was gay.
That's not even the point. The point is,
I mean, personally, regardless of the place that you're in, you're going to be targeted for your race or your sexuality. So leaving that area and coming to America is not really going to change much, especially with us bigoted people out here, obviously.
Looking at you, Chad.
Anyway, yeah, I personally don't really. I mean, yeah, they can like get help leaving Palestine, but I don't personally think coming to America would really make a difference in their safety. As for any race, me personally, I'm all for if you want to cross the border to get your family a better life, do what you gotta do. Me personally, it's not really making a difference because some people, as soon as they get here, they die instantly. So
you believe in freeing oppression, right?
Yeah.
You guys all believe in that?
Yeah. Oppression is stupid. Should not exist.
But you encourage people to flee oppression.
yes,
Okay.
but regardless of where you flee to,
Whoa.
I wouldn't say.
Wait a
I wouldn't
minute.
say
Is there a
flee.
safe haven for?
I wouldn't
oppressed
say
people?
flee.
Is
but
there
I
a
definitely
sa-
inspire you to do something about your oppression.
Because I'm going to tell you something right now. Like I'm first generation, right? My family flee depression, right? And
Where are you from? What's your nationality?
Italian.
Italian.
Yeah.
What kind of Italian?
Not Italian. Well, we were fascist in Italy, from Pescovagano.
Oh.
My grandfather was in an African prison for 4 years, and when he came back, he was oppressed. So he moved to the United States with my father, and then my mother's side came over too after World War II. And
What's your other side?
Italian.
Italian. So you just Italian.
Yeah. So normally, what happens, right, with people that flee oppression, they usually segregate themselves because they're still oppressed, right? And they marry each other, etc. So
Not necessarily. Oppression people, they usually try to go marry people that are not oppression or doing oppression so they can get away from it.
yeah, but when they come to another country, they usually segregate.
Typically, they go
Yeah.
try to the
So-
powerful source of that country.
so
And
what I'm
Italians
saying-
is not a powerful source.
Right. So what?
In New Jersey, maybe, but not in this country.
Well, New Jersey, yeah, Northeast, yeah. So, let me ask you a question. Where is a country that you can name right now for transgenders to flee?
Why
Thailand.
Thailand?
Yes,
Okay.
actually.
All right.
It's very safe for
You would know better than I.
It's actually very LGBT friendly, and they have laws protecting them.
Okay, so would you promote that to transgender individuals that are
I
oppressed?
wouldn't promote it, but if you want to go there, then feel free to do you free will. I can't tell you what you can and can't do.
Yeah. All right, that's good. I've been talking about fleeing oppression for a while, and I couldn't figure out a place for transgenders to flee to. But that's a pretty good answer. All right.
Oh, you should be fine. Listen, the only time like transgenders really get like hurt or involved or anything like that is when they either A, forcefully do some bullshit and use their transgender rights as a way to excuse their bad behavior.
Some do that,
Not all of them, but that's one of the main reasons, right? Or if they were just around some really twisted, single-minded, closed-minded people that don't like that.
All right. Would you mind answering some transgender questions or? All right. What, in your opinion?
Wait. Before you do that, though, right?
Yeah.
What does this have to do with anything down here?
Just people's opinions. They think you guys are communists.
But what does that have to do with? Well, first of all, you didn't.